I'm Spencer.
And I missed you.
And this is The Itch. We're back from our big hiatus.
Yeah, longer than it was supposed to be, but
yeah. And we're here to do an exciting Q&A sponsored by Coors Light.
Feels right. Must be Coors Light.
You got it. Anytime you want to have a good night, you drink your Coors Light.
And then go to sleep, motherfucker.
That's right. So enjoy this exciting Q&A, and of course the winner. All these names were entered into this little
Is he gonna read
can
them off
holder.
first, or are you gonna?
We'll read them off the questions first. We clearly planned.
Producer Eric, could you please read us off, sir?
And again, the winner at the end, when we pull it out, will win $20 to whatever they want. That's like they can get a Steam gift card,
Groceries,
if you really want groceries,
alcohol. If you're over the age of 21, no, I'm kidding. No, don't.
Anyway, all right, we ready for this, producer Eric?
Good golly gosh. Okay, guys. So our first question comes from thefunnynerd.com. How old are you guys?
I am 26.
I'm too old for this. I'm 32.
I'm too old for this.
You're
No,
not 32.
no, of course not. I'm 25.
All right.
And producer Eric.
26.
Do you actually have a mic set up to you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't you think it's like mean if we do it in a different voice? They're gonna hate us. They're gonna be like, I don't sound like that.
I was like, not an insulting voice, just
Yeah.
little.
So the second question, the second question from thefunnynerd.com is, how are you guys related? We're triplets?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Our parents got around. No, they know each other from work, and I'm the third person. They were having a twosome, and I was like, hey, let's make it a threesome. No, they used to be hosts together, and producer Eric came to me and was like, hey, I want to produce, so you do the shit. And I was like, all right, cool. We were both drunk, and I was like, all right, cool. So here I am.
That's how I get all my yeses.
Right, you're drunk. Let's go.
Yeah.
Next question.
Why did you start a YouTube channel?
Well, I think we wanted to have a venue to talk about a hobby that we really enjoy, and I thought we had the personality to make it successful. So it's just our way to communicate in ways that we find entertaining, and hopefully you guys find it entertaining.
It's also
as
therapy.
Yeah, there's a little therapy involved with it too. We get to
It feels
express.
great to just talk about shit.
Yeah. So, do you guys play online with your subscribers?
No one has invited us.
Yeah, I don't get invited to any of your little parties.
Yeah.
But if you want to, I guess I could post my PSN on here. I don't know. Is that a weird thing?
Well, what? Wait for the haters to come. No.
I don't really care.
Up to you.
Yeah, I'll post mine on. You can add me. I don't really play console games online a lot. I play a lot of games on my PC.
Yeah.
So I could put that on there as well. And if you want, you could hit me up. But I don't really play with any of the subscribers. No.
Yeah, don't really play with them. Depending on how he does, I might put my PSN out.
Yeah.
Or my ex-bulla.
Do your guys' families support you guys playing video games and making this show, or are they they think you're a nerd and wasting your life?
Interesting.
Well, my family doesn't know. No, actually, like I don't even think my brother watches all the time. He'll watch every now and again, but I talk to him so much, so he's like, oh, whatever, it's this loser. But my friends all support it. It was like, oh yeah, man, we'd go 20 subscribers. You know? So that's good.
My parents are really old. They're in their 60s. My dad's 66.
66.
So my mom doesn't really know what the internet is, and
It's a series of tubes.
she doesn't really handle it, nor does she trust it. And my dad, I haven't told him I do this, but if he did, he'd probably say the same thing he said to me when I was in high school, which is, "Are you gay?" That's been an uphill battle for a while. So no, I don't really talk to either of them about it.
And no, he's not gay.
Got a beautiful girlfriend.
I love you, honey.
So.
All right. So next question is, what's your favorite game of all time, Spencer?
It's either Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross, depending on the mood you find.
Right. If I'm feeling good, if I haven't had any drinks, Chrono Trigger. If I'm crunk.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 3.
All right.
Because I cried.
Is producer Eric camera shy?
Yes. Oh my
we
god.
will be speaking for him, despite his use of a microphone.
Right. He can talk, but screw it. Producer Eric is too good looking for the rest of us. So in order for us to get screen time, we kicked him off the show.
We didn't want to make this the producer Eric show. We wanted to call it the Itch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't have worked out. Plus,
Eric, by the way, do you have anything to say?
I mean, you know, everyone's had those Calvin Klein like mama pictures. His is the undisputed, like, it's the top notch.
I have not seen him in underwear yet. I guess
I
I'm
get
just
hard
not as
on every
important.
time I look at it. I'm just like, yeah, flex those muscles, dog.
All right. So, what's your stance on Gamergate?
I'm not against Gamergate.
Didn't we do a whole thing on this?
Yeah, we did. Watch our video.
I think that's got like feminism tied into it, and
it's more like
journalistic integrity.
Yeah, it's more about journalistic integrity, but a lot of people go, "Oh, it's like bashing women or something like that." And those are people that don't really understand the concept of what it's truly about. Like, I'm sure there's both sides that have like stuff that is, you know, like if you really break everything down, hey, this is what we want, this is what we want. You know, feminists feel better representation. That's fine. Gamergate feels, hey, better freaking, you know, better reporting. You don't sleep with the person that you report a story on.
Right.
That kind of stuff. So you can't really hate that. You can't really hate, you know, wanting really either, honestly. But at the way everything stands right now,
I think it needs to be refocused.
Yeah.
Granted, I haven't heard it in a while.
Yeah, no, I haven't either.
We do have a story this week about it.
Oh, do we?
We do.
Oh, so we have heard of it this week.
But it, as it stands, I would try to refocus its attention to what it really means, because I don't think even I really fully understand what they're getting at with it. It needs to be brought back down to the journalistic integrity part, and support it.
Yeah. Pretty much don't look at anything and just believe it. Don't read anything and believe it, no matter who it is. That includes Gamergate or whatever. Always be skeptical about everything. Make your own decisions about it. And that's the way I took it. That's how I feel about it.
Cool.
All right. So next caller says.
Next caller.
SNES or SNES Mapper.
SNES Mapper. Super Nintendo Entertainment System Mapper. Right?
Yes.
God.
Sorry, it looks like there's a space there. Anyways, so first question from them is, what is the longest video game session you guys have ever had?
Oh,
this is going to be sad.
This is very sad.
Is yours going to be better than mine?
It probably is.
Okay. There was a time when I was a bit poor.
Okay.
And I didn't have a good enough computer to play League of Legends. And we had to go to... I went with a friend to a video game cafe that was 24 hours, and we stayed there for 24 hours.
Okay, you got me beat.
And granted, that was a place that wasn't even my own home.
Right.
That I stayed at.
I'm not gonna shower. Fuck it.
When we realized that our time had expired, we decided to leave.
Fuck.
So that was mine. 24 hours. In a strange land.
God, how did you manage? Okay, so Final Fantasy 14 has some pretty arduous weapon upgrade quests. One of those was, back in the day, you had to fish or farm for these things called Atma, right? You had to get, I think it was like 12 of them or whatever. And you had to do it by doing fates, so it's like, you know, like the little purple things that pop up on the map.
Yeah.
You played for like 5 seconds, right?
I played a little bit.
Yeah. So, okay.
I played an MMORPG, more importantly.
So when those things pop up, you got to kill the guys and then hope that it drops. And it's based off of RNG, and it's super, super, super rare to get one. I played for 18 hours and got 2, and I wanted to die. Like,
damn. Just
straight. Like, I had Netflix up. Like, I was watching, I think, Breaking Bad at the time, and I was just like, oh, no way, Walter White. And then I'm just like, oh, didn't get it again. You know? And I think I was like, towards the end, I was just like, fuck it, I'm getting plastered. And I got like crazy drunk, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm done. And
I can't play games when I'm drunk.
Oh,
I'm terrible at it.
Depends on what it is. You might be missing out.
All right, question number 2 from SNES Mapper. Favorite And least favorite online shooter.
Favorite online shooter of all time? Quake 3 Arena.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Cannot hate on Quake 3 Arena.
My favorite would be Halo 2.
Okay, yeah, I can respect that. Everyone, everyone's got their like retro, what I mean? Like Quake 3 Arena was the first like holy shit, I can rocket jump? You mean I'm not gonna die when I shoot my legs? But yeah, I can see Halo 2. Most hated.
Man,
or-
I don't play enough first-person shooters to really hate them.
Honestly, I did not like Halo 4.
Okay.
Since we're talking about Halos, Halo 4 just felt like it wasn't like the other Halos. Didn't feel right. Like Halo 3 wasn't as good as Halo 2, but at least it felt like Halo and it was fucking good, multiplayer wise. I do like Battlefield 4, I'm sorry. I don't hate Call of Duty when it comes to multiplayer usually.
I don't know if this counts, and I might get in trouble for that, but Gears of War,
You might get in trouble for that.
I did not enjoy it.
Which one? You better not say what I think.
2 or 3 or something.
Okay,
like
thank
that.
you, because the first one was a masterpiece.
But I like the
unbalanced.
horde mode on it. I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
But the playing against other people, I feel like the combat is suited to go against an AI. It's not suited to go against like other people, because there's like a lot of auto aim type stuff in there.
You gotta play more, dude.
So I didn't like it. But I'm not a huge first person shooter player.
Well, it's third person.
Well, I know, that's why I said I don't. It might be kind of weird. But I'll say Gears of War.
Okay.
All of them. They all
All
suck.
right. Question number 3 is: what is your favorite game controller?
PlayStation 2. Can't really beat
Yeah,
the DualShock.
you know what? I'm going with DualShock as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say DualShock.
I mean, a lot of people be like, "Oh, it's the Xbox 360." Well,
It's a good controller too.
Yeah, but it kind of did copy off of the PlayStation 2.
It's true.
And PlayStation 1.
Yeah. We're in agreement. DualShock.
Yeah.
It's a good controller.
All right. Next caller, Ultimate Floyd 1. Worst game you guys have ever played?
Worst game I've ever
Oh boy.
played. Battle Monsters for the Sega Saturn. I fucking hate that game, but I love it. It's so bad, it's good. Holy shit! If we could get that on stream, I would show the world. I would exploit the fuck out of that game.
Shades of Final Fantasy 13. I'm trying to think of what I would consider the worst game. Again, I think disappointment has to play in there because we've all played some turds on like the Android or something like that.
Yeah.
Worst game. There's one for the Xbox that I bought on a whim, and it was
Awful.
so bad that we just started laughing at it. But I don't remember the name of it. It was made by Tri-Ace, of course.
So it was anime.
It was an anime type of thing.
Oh.
I will say that the worst game I've ever played. This is so hard.
That's what she said.
Time up.
Okay, how about this? I was hyped for an RPG. Oh, now I can't remember the name of it. I'll say Final Fantasy 13. There you go.
Oh God. Well, we lost people. Way to go.
The game sucked.
Well, some people like it.
Those people suck.
What else?
All right. What game would you consider yourself most skilled at?
That's a good question.
Super Smash Bros. Melee.
He's not that good, guys.
At Melee?
Well, we haven't played Melee. I'm not bad at Melee.
All right, just another game I'm gonna beat you at when we do a
my
fight.
God. Yo, the shit that he talks will not go unnoticed. Stand by. Because it's about to go down. Game I'm most skilled at. Probably back when Super Street Fighter 4 came out. When it first came out, I was very good at that. I really didn't even lose that much, to be honest. Online and stuff like that. That's
usually the first requirement to you being good at a game.
Yeah, like I really no, I mean, because you can still lose. Like a champion will still lose, champion still lose. But I seem to like I'll have times like, for instance, like Last of Us multiplayer, for instance. Holy shit! Sometimes I'm just on a fucking roll, like, and it's more common than just being like, oh, I had a good day today. It's like, damn, I had a good month. Like,
really?
I killed everything ever, and it just, like it depends on what it is. Though.
Cool. All right, least favorite video game genre.
Sports.
I'd say sports, but then NBA Street. And
there can be good games in genre, but I don't know. I think those are good games too, but sports, I can't stand them.
I don't know. I think I would have to say racing, because I don't play that much racing. Like I barely even played Mario Kart. So when I played at his house, for instance, I was like, "What the fuck? How do I press buttons?"
Beat him at that too.
Yeah, good
But
for
yeah,
him.
the thing about racing games is that
And then he got his ass bopped at that Super Smash Bros.
the thing about racing games though is that I can always like understand what to do.
Yeah,
and I know the goals of it, and so it's like, oh, I got to get in front of this guy.
Yeah.
Whereas a sports game, it's like you're playing baseball and you got to swing to hit the ball, and it's just kind of standing there. And
I would say
the games suck.
that the biggest reason why is because I can't get into games like Gran Turismo and stuff like that. They're great games. I just can't get into them. Ridge Racer, hard time getting into because those are more like realistic. Like I like my Need for Speeds. That's literally the only genre of racing I play.
Ooh,
Or
Midnight
the
Club.
only franchise. Yeah,
That was
didn't
awesome.
even play Midnight Club.
Oh, that's a good game.
So here's I don't know how you guys are gonna answer this one, but the worst and best trends in gaming these days.
Worst trend is first-person shooters ADS because I think even
What's
Halo's
ADS?
doing aim down sights.
Oh,
Because I think even Halo 5 is doing that.
right. Yeah.
Which is that's not a way to go.
I think the worst trend that I think is dying is QuickTime events. I think those are sort of dying.
They're played out, yeah, because you can only really do them for certain games, and every fucking God of War had them.
Yeah.
Resident Evil Past 4 decided, hey, they're a good idea. We invented them pretty well. No, Shenmue invented them, but
yeah, I always feel like I'm playing like Dora the Explorer or something.
Yeah, like press A and X at the same time. You won't get killed by Krauser. Fuck, you died by Krauser. Reset.
Right. Yeah.
Even though that was like the hypest shit ever. You're like, damn, I gotta press buttons. But
all right, we're gonna do a lightning round here real quick.
what the fuck?
We're gonna compare two video games.
Wait, wasn't there a best trends?
Yeah, best trends. Let's get our best trends.
Okay, go best trends. Then.
Best trends is I like the creativity. Lately, a lot of people, especially in the indie market, a lot of people are just doing like really creative and really old fashioned stuff, like Volgar, for instance. I love that shit. That shit's hype as fuck. So
I think the best
Shovel
trend
Knight.
is cutscenes in the game. So you have back in the day you used to
scripted.
Yeah,
Scripted
go from
events.
cutscenes, go from the gameplay to cutscenes, and now they're actually integrating those cutscenes, like so you're actually playing while they're going on.
Yeah,
That's
that's
plus.
a good one. That's good.
Bioshock Infinite did it really well.
Yeah.
All right, so Ultimate Floyd 1 listed off a bunch of games.
All right, here we go.
Which you prefer?
Yeah, let's
So we're gonna do. As soon as I finish saying them, you guys just both yell out which one wins.
We're gonna disagree on everything.
Halo or Gears of War?
Halo.
Halo.
Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest.
I said Halo.
Halo.
Halo's
Dragon
just going all the way.
Oh.
Street Fighter or Tekken?
Street Fighter.
Fuck's not an
Tekken.
option.
Tekken.
Mario or Zelda?
Zelda.
Mega Man or Contra?
Mega Man.
All right.
all right.
Next caller, actually.
Next caller.
Pharma105 says, how much has your gaming preference changed over the years?
Oh, I used to fucking... Okay, here's a good example. I used to never play females in fighting games as a kid. And I had no idea why. I like to personify myself, like in fighting games or in video games in general, as being like, I'm not a girl, and cooties and shit. And then I think when I was like 13 or something, or 12 or whatever, I played Street Fighter Third Strike, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and I played as Makoto, and I was like, this girl's a fucking beast. Like, there's no one else in the game that could pick up tiny little dudes and just choke them real quick and be like, "Aight!" like nobody. She's the only character in the game that'll punch you in the nuts and then send you flying in the air. This is fucking sick as shit.
All right, so to summarize,
I used to not play girls.
and now you exclusively play women. All right, Spencer, what is your
as an example, just one, because
What is it?
What's
has your gaming preferences changed over the years?
Mine will be a little bit more broad and
Yeah.
less hateful. I
It's not hateful. I love
started
it.
out
Okay.
playing Mario like most people.
Okay.
Moved to RPGs heavily for a long time, and now I'm trying to break out of that, and I think it's happening slowly to get into action games.
It's happening, guys. It's happening.
Yeah.
All right, so speaking of RPGs, this company that in the next question is actually who I personify as the RPG maker. Do you feel that Square Enix should throw in the towel on if Final Fantasy 15 sucks?
No, because Final Fantasy 14 did fine. It sucked when it first came out, but 2.0 literally brought the company back.
I'm assuming they're saying throw in the towels and give up as a company, which they've published
Well, it would
tons
be
of content.
It would be to stop making Final Fantasy like RPGs.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yes.
No. Because one, they still have Kingdom Hearts. It's another thing. Like Kingdom
Well,
Hearts
yeah.
is
So the
still
company isn't going away. We'll get that out of the way right now.
Yeah.
But okay, so stop making
Final
Fantasy.
Fantasies? No, because there was a little Q&A that they had with was it Tetsuya Nomura? Someone about in regards to remaking Final Fantasy VII. They said they'll remake Final Fantasy VII if either another Final Fantasy outsells 7, which I mean we know that's not going to happen because they're fucking.
It should have happened already. But
Well,
okay.
It's nostalgia vision, but also because if Square was about to go under, they know they could call on that and get themselves right out of trouble. Absolutely. So they're comfortable. You know what I mean? Like they have Final Fantasy 14, it's doing great, and then when they want, if they do 15 and it doesn't work out, they're just gonna be like, "What? Fuck it, Final Fantasy 7 remake," and people are just gonna go ballistic again.
I personally feel like the name Final Fantasy is being used to make money at this point. The Final Fantasy, I think, died on the PlayStation 1. And every Final Fantasy thereafter not necessarily was a bad game, but was a different game and probably didn't need to be called Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 10.
And I don't think Final Fantasy 8 is really a Final Fantasy, but that's personal idea there. So yeah, I would think it should die, but it won't die because of money. So there you go.
All right.
We gotta talk after the show.
See you out back.
Right. Come holler at me. Anyway.
All right. Next question comes from Shaquille. Have you guys ever played League of Legends?
No.
Extensively. I've played since the very end. Well, I think since the game was out of beta. A friend of mine got me into it like right as beta ended. I think the first champ that was released when I was playing was Xin Zhao. That gives you an idea. So I've seen it go through tons of changes, and I play it constantly. I play it all the time. I'll put my name on the thing. We can play together. Shaquille. I'll see you on the fields of justice.
So why haven't we discussed... the next question is, why haven't we discussed the lizard hacking group?
We will do it today. And it was supposed to be last week, but of course we had
we got hacked.
Yeah, we were hacked by Lizard Squad. Lizard group. Lizard crew.
Whatever they are, yeah. Squad up! Squad! Yeah. So.
Next caller is, I should say, Steakslave. I actually really like that name.
Aren't we all steak slaves?
Yeah, Steakslave. Like the meat.
What?
Their question is, what is your favorite console for each hardware generation? What generation are we on?
We're on the 8th, I believe. Or 9th, right? Is it 9th?
Well, so everything... Can we just say anything pre-NES I don't really understand, so we'll just pick Atari 2600 and go with that? Can we just do that?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright, so pre-NES is Atari 2600. Now the 8-bit systems...
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just go NES.
I got to say NES.
Sega!
No, well, okay, Sega was amazing.
Was it 16-bit?
Well, I believe it was 16-bit.
Okay, we'll get into that one next.
And then 32-bit was 32X.
All right, so let's do this. So Nintendo... I'm sorry,
NES. So then
Super Nintendo or Sega?
Super Nintendo.
Sega.
Of course.
Sega.
All right.
Was it Sega Saturn, PlayStation
God.
1? Oh, Dreamcast.
No, Dreamcast was the next one.
Yeah, it was
6th. 128. It was right before the PlayStation 2.
Nintendo 64?
Yeah. So it's N64. We'll group N64 with PlayStation because they were battling at the same time.
So, PlayStation.
It's a tough call between PlayStation and N64, but I'd have to go with PlayStation.
Thank you. God.
N64 had a lot of good games that people overlook.
It did, but damn, Sony.
No, Sony kicked ass that year. Okay.
So then PS2.
PlayStation 2, we don't even need to talk about
PS2. PS2 beat the GameCube and the Xbox, and the Dreamcast is dead because of it. So of course Dreamcast lost.
PS3, Xbox 360, and
the Wii,
the Nintendo Wii.
360.
Okay, I've got two answers for this. I prefer. I will say the 360 won that one. In terms of gamers, I will say monetarily, I think Nintendo won. So I'm gonna go with the Wii. Not my personal preference, but I think that I love the 360 more. I'll say that. Okay.
All right. So the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, or Wii U?
Anything but Nintendo.
I am going to say the Wii U will be the winner.
No, it's your favorite. Not who's
My
gonna
favorite will
win.
be PS4.
Yeah, as of right now, PS4 because I don't have an Xbox One, and I don't have a need to get one.
All right, and also we got to go into handhelds too. So we have
Oh shit!
the Game Boy. We'll say
Game
Game
Boy
Boy.
Advanced versus Vita.
Yeah, Game Boy Advance versus Vita.
Well, the
Game Boy
DS,
Advance.
the DS, and the 3DS all beat whatever PlayStation had at
Yeah,
the time.
anything Nintendo on that side. I'm sorry, but like Vita and
It's a great.
PSP,
They're both really great systems, and they're not backed up at all.
So
they're just not that
wait, we
good.
actually do have one
The game.
competitive thing: Game Gear versus the
That's cute, Eric.
Game Boy
the
Color?
brick Nintendo,
Or just
the
it was
Game Boy, the original one.
I'd still do just
Game Boy, absolutely.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, Nintendo is the prime ruler of portable consoles.
They outsell everything else.
They always do. That's how they make their money. It's not off the fucking Wii U, I'll tell you that.
All right, next question comes from dosdeydey.
Day.
Dosdeydey.
Day.
Two
It's
days.
Dose
Well,
Day
two
Day.
days.
Day.
There's 2 days.
There are 2 days.
What is your favorite gaming genre, and what games in those genres are your favorite?
I was really a big fan of survival horror growing up, so Resident Evil 4 was probably my favorite in that genre. But my actual favorite genre as of now is like more of a action adventure hybrid. So I would say, I mean, I'd still classify Metal Gear Solid 3 as an action adventure.
Sure.
There's action, you're on an adventure. And then Uncharted 2, action adventure.
I'll go with RPGs. There's 3 games: Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, and Earthbound. And then Final Fantasy pre-10. Play
Hater.
those.
Fucking hater.
And then not 8. Go ahead.
Next question is, what is your first gaming memory, Justin?
Playing Sonic 2 and crying because my brother wouldn't let me fucking play as Sonic. I had to play as Tails. This shit pissed me off. I was so mad.
Is your first video game memory?
That's all I could think of off the top.
Cool.
I will say my birthday, the morning after my birthday, I got to play a Super Nintendo that my parents bought me, and it was Super Mario World. It's a very good game.
Nice. Let's see. There's another question here of how long you've played a game in one sitting. We kind of talked about that.
24 hours.
Actually, well, no. Played a game. So we're talking an individual game this time.
We go ahead and it's 24 hours.
Oh, that. Oh, damn.
Final Fantasy 18. I
Ah.
wanted to die. I was so mad.
I don't think you can play multiple games. 'Cause
Oh,
you have to be dedicated to one
well,
game to do it that long.
No, I've done that before where I've like flipped and like me and my brother growing up, we used to we'd play like Devil May Cry for a little bit. You know, we take turns playing Devil May Cry. Then we jump right into Onimusha, for instance. You know,
It's crazy.
Next question is, what is your favorite gaming console?
PlayStation 2. The library was great. It's consistent as far as like quality games.
I'll say Super Nintendo for nostalgia, PlayStation 2 because it has backwards compatibility with the PlayStation.
Honorable mention, GameCube. I really love the GameCube.
It's a good
It
console.
was, Fantasy Star, Episode 1 and 2, and Card Revolution.
Oh, God.
That no one ever talks about. But
skip
I
it.
loved
Skip it. We'll cut that part
I was
out.
like,
don't
Trap
worry.
Card. Joey. Yeah.
Where are we from?
Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Arizona. Arizona. And we all live in Arizona now.
Yeah.
I'll give you the address if you'd like it.
No, you won't.
Right? Fuck off.
What is your worst gaming memory?
Fuck this shit. One of my worst gaming memories, and it seems to get repeated every fucking iteration, was Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3. Dragon Age 1, I didn't know there were giant spiders in the game. They make fucking noise when they come down from the ceiling. They go when they come down. Wasn't paying attention. Dropped in on me. Shit my fucking pants. Second one, I knew there were spiders. They created a giant spider. Like, it's a normal spider model. They just upped it by like 300%. Drops in from the ceiling. Fuck you. And then And then Inquisition, you're in the Emerald Graves, chilling, and you're doing this quest with these lovers that like are trying to like reconnect with each other and shit, and they have to meet each other in this one like area. It's like this big grassy area, right? And I'm like, oh, let's get these lovers back together. There's, they don't show any spiders in the level, right? At least I didn't see any. I'm just doing quests left and right, just trying to be a completionist up in this bitch, and then. You go to the bed and they're like it's like some shit happened to him or whatever and you're like, oh darn, right? And after you get done you hear motherfucker comes straight out of the bushes, all his legs just at you. I wanted to fucking die. Anytime I play a game with spiders, I always turn away and I'm like like I'm a bitch when it comes to spiders. Worst memory, because every single time my heart just stopped. And I don't like getting like scared. Like it's kind of hard to scare me sometimes.
Can we cut out the segment where he just says I'm a bitch and just replay that in the future?
I'm a bitch.
This whole thing is just gonna coax. I just been trying to coax you into saying it.
Oh my god.
My worst gaming moment was on the Super Nintendo. I was playing Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest, which I think is a fantastic game. Check it out if you want a good platformer. But my controller was broken. And I was really, really like screaming at the computer, at the TV, like, "Why aren't you working?" And I think I was legitimately crying. I was like a young kid, and my dad told me he could fix it, and grabbed my controller and smashed it on the ground.
Oh god.
On a related note, I think I also stapled my hand that night.
What the fuck?
What? Like, it's not related to gaming, but I stapled my hand.
I mean, if we're talking about moments where I cried, I played Street Fighter Alpha 3, couldn't beat Cammy, and it was like on the world like tournament thing. I cried. My dad came in, turn it off! It's like, shit!
I'll actually weigh in on this one, because I'm pretty sure everyone has had this. That day that you plug in your game, you turn it on, you just had a long day at school, you got your chocolate milk, and you have your nachos now, and you're in front of the TV. And then it says memory card corrupted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, deleted saves.
I played too extreme and that shit corrupted our memory card. I was like, oh god.
Level 77 on Phantasy Star Online.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Corrupted.
Sucks.
Gone. And plenty of other times.
All tears aside.
Next caller, we have Keith. He has a couple questions that you'd like our thoughts on. Should Nintendo stop making hardware and just focus on software?
No, they're incredibly profitable. Good for them.
Yeah, portable software. Or portable hardware. Don't make consoles anymore.
No, keep on the consoles. You're doing great.
No, let's
reinvent
the wheel.
They had an amazing year. It was a fantastic year.
On their what's it
on
called?
the console, they did great.
They're portable consoles. Yes.
No.
Actually, the second part to that question is, should Nintendo only focus on DS if they keep making hardware?
You can't deny that has literally been their most profitable market.
Oh, absolutely. They
run that market.
The 3DS sells more than all the consoles put together.
Yeah.
The only thing that irritates me with the handhelds with Nintendo is the fact that they make so many versions of the same one. Like the Game Boy Advance, the original one, and then the Game Boy Advance SP, and then the Game Boy Advance was like they made like a throwback version.
There's a micro too.
Yeah, and a micro. They just made so many different versions of the Game Boy Advance. It didn't make any. Well, it makes sense profit wise, but it gets really irritating as a consumer because now you have the 3DS XL, the 3DS that doesn't close,
the 2DS,
the 2DS. You have all those different.
There's
versions.
actually a new one coming out that we'll go over this week.
Oh god.
A new 3DS.
Oh, doesn't it have the? Yeah. Okay, we'll talk
about
it.
Yeah,
that sucks, but they make money off of it.
You're right. The 2DS I thought was a joke when they.
That's for kids that can't handle the 3DS.
Yeah, but I was like, you have the slider.
Yeah.
You have the slider, so I was like, why the fuck would you waste money? I mean, I love you, Nintendo, but really, the slider's right there.
You do love Nintendo.
I think they just wanted, like, if kids couldn't handle it, I think they just wanted to get out of like.
Yeah, like give parents a cheaper alternative to say if you.
Well, that too.
There's no 3D on it, so it's cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3D, but there's no gimmicky 3D.
All right. Next question. Yeah. Will 2015 be the year that Xbox One and Sony PS4 stop developing for their previous consoles?
Yes, it fucking better be. If they're smart.
2015?
this year.
Yeah, for the Xbox 360 and for the PlayStation 3. Because they still have titles coming out.
Yeah, Persona 5 is the main reason I actually bought a PS4, but it is actually coming out on the PS3. So assuming that comes out, I mean, I knew it was. I just wanted to play it on a newer next-gen console. So assuming that, if that comes out at the end of the year, then no, 2016 will be. My guess is 2016.
I think it's 2015, considering previous generation. It was about a year and some change, and then they stopped doing it. Or stopped.
Not talking about PS2 though.
No, I am talking.
Its own.
Yeah,
its own.
Did you
from
know?
PS2 to PS3.
Did you know that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 came out on the N64?
Did it really?
It did.
Oh yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah, it came out on PS2. It was one of my first PS2 games, and I was like, "Oh yeah, look at the graphics!" With an X.
Yeah.
But no, they need to stop doing it now because they're only holding back the market at this point, holding back anything creative by going, "Oh, let's cater to an audience that is diminishing." Because look at the sales. Look at the total cumulative sales of all of our current gen games. Current gen consoles. Because previous gen consoles, at this point, you might as well just move on. That's why you see a lot of people do like remastered versions of games that are on PS3. Now they're full potentials on PS4 or Xbox One or whatever the case is. That's why they do that. Because it's a safe bet.
All right, next question. What games are you looking forward to in 2015?
Oh, God. I think 2015 is going to be a great
We're going to
year.
have a full video on this.
We are?
Yeah.
Yeah, so stay tuned for the video.
Stay tuned for that, yeah.
But I
think we can do number ones for this. Or we'll... Maybe.
No, we'll cover on.
We'll cover on the video.
But we're just gonna say it's 2015 is gonna be a really good year for gaming. I can't wait.
What should we expect to be announced at E3 this year? What would you like to see at E3 this year?
Devil May Cry 5.
What do you want? Do you have a group?
Devil May Cry 5. A working thing of Final Fantasy 15, so that way you know it's almost done. A true working, like, I get that the game looks cinematic.
We'll have the demo.
Yeah, we'll have the demo, but I want to see something that's like, a game's closer to completion when they just go ballistic with all the like press and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see another Dead Space. I want to see the new Resident Evil 7 because I think, or Resident Evil, is it Revelations 2 or some shit like that? The one with Claire and Barry's daughter, Anne Barry. I want to see more from that. Obviously, like. What else? A new Need for Speed probably. I'd want to see more on Halo. A new Gears of War. I don't want to see Call of Duty. I want them to skip a year just to see what happens.
Yeah.
See the vacuum. You know what I mean? Just the void that just gets filled with it. Yeah. I
am looking forward.
And Uncharted.
Uncharted 4.
And God of War 4. I want to see more God of War shit.
I want to see. There's some handhelds that I'm really looking forward to. They have Dragon Quest 7 that was remade for the 3DS in Japan, and I want them to release it here. Yeah. There is a game, Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei are actually joining together for a game, and I want.
What the dick?
It's gonna be sick, and I want to see that actually happen. Like, I see some footage from that. I know it's actually in the works, but
okay.
I want to see some of that crap go on. I want to see a Dragon Quest 11 get announced and make it so it's not Dragon Quest 10 where it's online. I would like to play the online one if they can release it here in a more user friendly way.
Maybe another Metroid.
I don't really play Metroid. I
I
want to see a lot on the new Zelda that's coming out.
Oh yeah, we'll see how that one turns out.
But yeah, I'm blissfully ignorant about what's going to be at the
Street
E3.
Fighter 5. Yeah, you got that one.
That one's going to be like 2016.
And Virtual Fighter fucking 6. Oh god.
Yeah.
That release, you guys won't even see me.
That's what I want to see. I don't know what I'm going to see, and I am excited to remain ignorant on it. And I will wait till it happens.
Yeah, because those are the best surprises.
Yeah.
And we should be doing something for E3.
Oh,
we'll probably get together, have it broadcast, and just be like, and live stream it or something.
Sure.
All right. Well, that wraps up the Q&A questions. I personally want to thank everybody.
Did that wrap up the Q&A questions?
Yeah, that is all of them.
There were more.
Oh no! Yeah, let's wait.
Nope.
Go ahead and do your thing.
Are you sure?
Are you mad?
I just found a new button. Yeah, that's it.
What about the one about somebody being 34?
What?
Was that on there? That was on there, wasn't it?
Somebody's like
Someone had an age.
someone had their age on there.
Yeah, I want to hit that. Not in real life, like the question. I need
The question. Yeah.
I think I remember it anyway, because I really wanted to hit it, and I saw it, and I was like totally like, oh man, I still want to hit this. So the question.
Yeah. Well, hit Control F, maybe find it. Yeah, one dude asked. Like, he said, "I'm 34, and am I a big loser?" And I was like,
Yeah. So the question was pretty much like this gentleman was like, yeah, like getting close to middle aged or whatever, and was like had a daughter or kids, right?
"Yeah, I think he had a wife and kids."
Wife and kids, and he still loves playing games. He loves playing games, or she, who knows, loves playing games, and is like, hey, am I a weirdo for like liking games? Like, is there an age different or an age limit for playing video games? And for that, like, you have to ask: is there an age limit for anything recreational? Really? Like, if you really think about it, that isn't that active. Like, okay, you can't play football when you're 60; you're gonna die. That makes sense. But something like, is there an age limit for going to the movies? You can't go to the movies if you're 70.
You shouldn't.
Fuck out of here. You can't get on a roller coaster if you're 70. You probably shouldn't, but I mean, if you can take it, fucking do it.
Then your logic is flawed because if a
You know what? I don't need
football,
you against me.
If a 60-year-old is healthy enough to play football, then he should get out there and toss the old pigskin.
Okay, the old pigskin. Where are you from? Wisconsin? Not dissing from Wisconsin. But anyway, regardless, no, there's not an age limit. And I get asked that question all the time. And actually, I remember growing up, because I played video games all through high school, and I wasn't afraid to admit it. People would ask me, like, even like girls who I was attracted to, they'd be like, "Oh, what do you do?" I was like, "I play video games." What else do you do? I play more video games, like, I get it in on that King of Fighters, and I used to get like the weirdest like responses. I used to get,
You're right.
"Oh, that's so cool."
I think the question got pulled.
Oh, that sucks.
It was in there.
I still want to hit it, but
yeah. Keep going.
like, "Oh, I thought you did more stuff." It's like, no. Well, I mean, I do other stuff, but like real hobbies. Yeah, I love video games. I just love the world about them. It's not like so much as like being like I don't like the world I'm in now. It's not that. It's recreation for me. It's fun. It's interesting. It's like going to the movies all the time and watching movies. Like, how come Roger
Rabbit
Ebert can go to the movies and granted, he's a critic. But aren't we all critics? Like, can't we all like have an opinion about a video game and watch it or play it out or whatever the case is? That's what I'm trying to get at in this roundabout way. Is it does not matter. Your age never matters about playing a game. You could be fucking 80. I remember there was some thing on the internet about this guy whose parents are from Italy, and he lets them play Assassin's Creed 2, and they just literally ride the gondola all the time, or whatever it's called. The whole time. They just don't care. And that's the thing. If you have a game that can do that, that is an honor and a privilege to capture all age ranges. So feel happy if you are playing a game and you're like 60, because they're bridging the gap and they're finding something that you enjoy, and they're freaking not exploiting it. They're using it for your benefit. And plus, like, there's other things about gaming. Like, if you have like if you're trying to like recover from Alzheimer's or prevent it entirely, like playing video games helps you like memory and stuff like that. Warms your brain up. So.
Or maybe you're a big fan of Final Fantasy 13. You are a loser. Maybe you should stop gaming. I don't know. Just
so that's gonna wrap up this video.
All right. So the big moment everyone's waiting for is we got all these names here.
Just crumpled the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crumpling them up.
Crumpling them up.
Thank you for participating, everybody.
Yes,
Here we
do appreciate all the answers. Oh crap! Hold on, they're coming out. That you guys have given us. I gotta make it known so you guys know this is randomized. I'm just gonna crumple them all real quick, and then let's get. Dun, 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 dun. Steak Slave.
Steak Slave.
Steak Slave!
Congratulations!
Steak Slave!
I will be messaging you, Steak Slave, and we'll get together to see what kind of gift card you want.
You are the first annual champion of the contest.
Are we gonna do this annually?
I'll do it more than annually if it's successful.
Yeah, if people like it, we'll
I
do it
think this
again.
was
I mean,
pretty
people love
successful.
free shit.
Yeah, I mean they do. So thanks for watching. Thank you for all of your questions and your
Thank you.
support.
Yes, and please stick with us because 2015 we're making moves up in here.
Eric, take it away.
All right, guys. Thank you for checking out our video. If you want to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to this video, we'll love you forever.
That's all we got.
Bye.
You want to be loved forever? You want to be loved forever?